Hi, YouTube family and friends. How are you? I'm coming to you on March 5th, 2015. Oli and I. Gosh, I probably haven't had Oli in a video since last summer when he was a tiny little pup. Actually, he was born March 27th last year, so he has a birthday coming up at the end of this month. He's getting a little wiggly. Oli, say hi. He needs groomed. He's kind of scruffy looking, but really darn cute, and he is such a sweet, oh yeah, such a sweet boy. Anyway, so yeah, March 5th, 2015, and I am 16 months and, well, 5 days if you go from February 28th, so just past 16 months post RNY. Holy. I don't know how long he'll kind of let me hold him. My surgery was October 28th, 2013, and highest weight was in the summer of 2012 at 309, and date of surgery in October of 2013, I was 263. He is getting so wiggly. I'll put you down, honey. There you go. I got dog hair on my lips. And the lowest I have seen the scale is 173, and I am up some from that right now. I don't even know exactly because I'm so frustrated with myself. I am not even weighing weekly. Last time I made a video, I was up some because I'd had surgery again New Year's Eve day. It was my second post-RNY surgery, and again, I was opened wide open, so that's just a long recovery. January was kind of just a recovery month, very how do you say that? Sedentary. So that contributed to it, as well as I have been dealing with hypoglycemic episodes. I had those prior to RNY once in a while, which was more of a pre-diabetic state I was in, and sometimes my blood sugar would dive down, and the low blood sugar. I am not diabetic. I am not pre-diabetic, but if you read on that, there is some people who have issues with hypoglycemia post gastric bypass surgery, and I read all about the whys, kind of detailed, so I don't even know how to describe the whys, but it's happening to me more frequently and more severe episodes, even more severe even prior to what I experienced prior to RNY, in the fact that, I mean, it comes on so suddenly, which it did before, but I totally drench myself in a body sweat. My muscles, I especially notice my leg muscles become so weak. My legs feel like tree trunks, like I don't have any energy hardly to walk. I quickly become kind of confused, slurred speeching. It's very scary. And so far, I've always been able to have someone help me out right away to get me some food. Then I just want to crash into a sleep, and it's a deep coma type sleep where I can, okay, it happened to me Sunday night, and I was out for 12 hours after that, and then felt like crap all day Monday. Still felt yucky on Tuesday, and Wednesday I felt more normal. So not only is it scary when it happens, but it takes me a good day or a little more to bounce back from it. So anyway, in the morning, because it's like 1 o'clock in the morning right now, but at 11 o'clock this morning, I go in to see my surgeon at the weight loss center, and because I made him aware of it before, and he said if it continues to let him know. And a few times I've actually taken my blood sugar when it's happened, and it's been like 42, low, under, low 40s, which is getting really low. And so I let him know it's happening more frequently, and so I'm going to see him and then see the dietitian to see, I guess they can't really cure it, but you can make some changes hopefully to prevent it, and then you also have to be prepared for it. So between the second surgery, which set me back, and not being able to had to heal from that, not being able to be very mobile, being a hermit in the winter, while I was recovering. So, just not being very active, and these hypoglycemic episodes, when they happen, you put in calories that you don't need. And he did say to try to eat every few hours to prevent it. And so overall, I've been eating more calories daily. And so I'm just frustrated. I'm kind of in a vicious cycle right now, which is upsetting me. And I need to get back on track and get back to where I was. And, in the whole scheme of things, I would be happy, to stay in the 170s under 180, but my goal was to get in the 160s. I really wanted to get 100 pounds down from day of surgery, but I would love to see the 150s. I'm 5'7". Actually, I'm measuring now like 5'6.5". So, as the decades go on, I guess you can lose some inches there too. But I also need knee replacement, so my knees are kind of bent some. I'm thinking when they straighten out my knees, I may gain my half inch back. Hopeful thinking, right? Excuse me, I gotta take a drink of tea. So I made some notes here, so let me see. Okay, I'm hoping with spring coming, which it is frigid out right now. It is still supposed to be below 0 tonight. Single digits tomorrow, below 0 tomorrow night. But on Friday, the thermometer is supposed to start crawling upwards and hit in the 30s and in the 40s on Saturdays. And they're even saying by early next week, 50s, and a week from now, we might even see 60. So I am so hoping here quickly we're going to make a change of season. And this coming weekend we spring ahead, so it'll stay daylight till past 7 o'clock at night, which always helps and really makes you feel like a change of season has happened. And if we can get some 50-60 degree weather next week, I will just be ecstatic. So okay, so with spring coming, being able to get out more, I'm more mobile, as I'm now 2 months past my last surgery, visiting with my doctor later today and the dietitian, getting this hypoglycemia back under control, and figuring out a plan where I'm not consuming a lot of extra calories. To do so, I also I've been have had hypothyroidism since 2004 and been on Synthroid since. And I see my endocrinologist at the end of this month because I feel like my energy is down, and I just want to see what I can do thyroid-wise to help that. But I'm sure there's other contributing factors, just being that we're just coming through winter and less active, and all of that contributes to it as well, the energy. But if there's anything that he can do to help me with the thyroid part of it to kick it into gear better, that would be wonderful. So 16 months post RNY, and I feel that right now I'm in a dive, or a lull, a slump, that I need to get it swinging the pendulum back upwards to add more active and get some weight back off, and keep it in that direction. And when I get back to where I was, at least keep it stable. And this, like I said, I know last time I was like mid 180s, and I'm floating right around there. I've seen it creep a little up from that. So I was so frustrated, I've just kind of stopped. Of course, I'll get weighed later today, but I probably won't want to know that. But in the whole scheme of things, 16 months ago, if I could have been, told, I'll be in the 180s, I would have been thrilled. So it's kind of like back, and I've seen Facebook posts about this too, like the first time you thought you were fat, if you could be that weight again. I mean, I go back to junior high, high school, being in the 120s thinking, oh, I'm fat, I need to be 110. I mean, it's all perspective. So in the whole perspective of things, yes, I'm very happy to be where I'm at, but I, would like to be better, because I've seen better recently. And I unfortunately have gone through some things that most of you have not had to, which is, wonderful for you guys. The complication I had with the emergency surgery last July with the twisted intestines and colon, and then having to have surgery again December 31st, and dealing with the hypoglycemia and the thyroid issue. It just seems like a combination of junk that I got to get through and get it under control. Through all this, I've just put my knee issue off. So in 2015, I don't plan to address my knee issue. I got to get all this other stuff back on track and under control. I also, I have uterine fibroids that are causing issues to the point where I need to get that taken care of probably this spring, or the spring or summer. But anyway, I was going to show you. I don't know if any of you received a pillow like this, but when I had my surgery over New Year's, and they opened me wide up again, so it helps to hug a pillow as you maneuver around. But they gave me a pillow that has a picture of the RNY procedure and the anatomy and what they do in the rerouting of it. So I didn't know if any of you got it. It's a therapeutic pillow, but I was to, like hold it tight to my stomach from that incision as I moved around, and so I had never seen one, but I didn't know if anyone else got one of these just when they had their RNY surgery or not. But I thought that was kind of cool. Alrighty, so I hope the next time I make a video, we are into full-fledged spring and beautiful weather, and I will report back on my hypoglycemia and what the doctor recommends, and working with the dietitian, and I will report back on that, as well as progress back down, downward trend of losing, getting this little gain back off, and going forward from there. And as always, if any of you have any questions or concerns about what I've gone through since my RNY, as well as any questions or suggestions on the hypoglycemia, if you have it, what you experience, what you do to help that, if any of you deal with hypothyroidism,